Painters often take moments in history and capture them on canvas, and our current crisis is no exception. The paint is barely dry on one work our Lee Cowan is about to show us.
I think what's in my head is the idea or the feeling that I wanted to have.
It has to have an emotion.
Yeah. I think that's what makes art, art.
I wish somebody would come and ease my...
Kadir Nelson has been emoting, one brushstroke at a time, for decades. Perhaps you've seen his work on the cover of The New Yorker, or in children's books. He's a celebrated illustrator, too. But his work also hangs in galleries and museums. Collectors eagerly seek him out. But what he does best is perhaps what we need most of all right now: the strength of the human spirit celebrated.
I think it's a crucial moment, and I need to have a voice and create an image that will give people hope. I call the painting After the Storm.
After the storm?
After the storm. All these people, all these figures in the painting, they have their eye on a common goal. They all have their eyes trained on the light.
It was still a work in progress when we visited Nelson's Los Angeles studio earlier this month, at a healthy social distance, of course. But even in its earliest stages, its message was pretty clear.
I think one of the things that we are probably missing, a lot of people are missing now, is human touch.
Yeah?
Because we have to stay so far away from one another.
Like we are.
You know. So I wanted to make sure to emphasize that that is part of being a human being, is
touch.
Is human touch.
Little hands holding big, old hands clasping young.
The painting will tell me what it needs, what it wants.
It really speaks to you that way.
Yeah, so it's like it's a conversation.
Nelson started having that conversation with crayons when he was just a boy. One drawing in particular.
It was the Incredible Hulk beating up the Fantastic Four and Spider-Man. And I thought, wow, this is a narrative painting. I didn't realize that's what it was, but I've always really found joy in telling stories with my work.
And those stories have gotten noticed. Just this year, his illustrations for the book The Undefeated garnered him not only the Coretta Scott King Book Award, but also the coveted 2020 Caldecott Medal.
This was the year that I was given the biggest prize in children's literature.
It's the Oscar, right?
It is. It is.
But the threat of COVID canceled the Caldecott ceremony. But it's got to be disappointing, though.
It was a bit disappointing. I expected it.
He spent years painting his passion, the heroes from Negro League Baseball. He was going to help celebrate their centennial this year, but COVID struck that out too.
But I totally understand. I think it takes a back seat to all of what we're experiencing. You know, that's just where we are at the moment.
So he spent this uncomfortable moment painting the better moment to come. He finished After the Storm this past week. This is the first time anyone's ever seen it. Most of what he'll get from its sale and the prints that follow, he intends to give to COVID-19 relief efforts. No small donation.
We are all human beings. We are all part of the human family, and we are all experiencing this together.
Kadir Nelson used his talent to seize on the global stillness and created an image that somehow screams unity in the quietest of ways.
I would challenge everyone and anyone to fill their days with creating something that's going to help themselves get to the next moment, to the next hour, to the next day, to the next week, so that by the end of this experience, we've created this beautiful document that shows where we've been, who we are, and how we're going to move forward.